Hey guys, Amy Wood. We're behind the scenes. 10 minutes till the 10 o'clock show. 10 minutes till the 10 o'clock show on the CW Channel 62. I see a few folks here that I know, like Mitch is here, also Jonathan McGriff and Becky Pittman starting us off. A couple of friends. Anybody want to jump on? Mitch, you are uh, a lawyer, trial lawyer, right? So you may have something to say about this. 97 tickets. He's a teenager, an 18-year-old, pulled over for speeding in our local county, and was arrested after deputies say he was driving with a suspended license. He has nearly 100 unpaid traffic tickets, 97 of them. And what can you do? Wonder if there is an answer for that problem. Hello, Mitch. What's your legal
Hello.
opinion? Can we ever
Hi,
stop
Amy.
these
Hi.
folks from driving?
We have to. It doesn't sound like he's being very responsible to me.
Hang on, sorry, I wasn't even listening. There we go.
That's
What
okay.
do you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We have to do something about it. It sounds to me as though he's not being very responsible. And what bothers me about teenage drivers is a majority of the serious accidents and deaths take place with teenage drivers between 16 and 21. And so maybe this young driver gets a kick out of speeding or not respecting traffic laws. The problem is he could cause harm to somebody else, and that's what bothers me as a father.
Right, right. Have you ever heard of this kind of thing in your area? You're out in California. You
We
encounter,
are,
I'm sure, a lot of interesting things. Uh,
we are,
97
we are.
unpaid tickets. Is that typical?
No,
Does that sound
no,
bizarre?
no. That's
No?
why it's on
Okay.
the news.
Yeah.
It's it's not typical at all. But unfortunately, what I am familiar with are repeat drunk drivers. Seeing cases
Hmm.
where someone's been arrested 10 or 15 times for driving under the influence.
Yeah.
But no, I've never heard of a teenage driver having this many moving violations. And frankly, driving's a privilege. It's not a right. They need to yank his license. They need to
But they
put him
have.
into, okay, good. And then
I
they
mean,
shouldn't give it back until.
yeah, but he's got a suspended license. We have a repeat problem in this state of people who get their license suspended, just they still jump in the car and drive, and there's really no way to
Oh,
stop
okay.
that. See?
Well, well, there is one way to stop it. I know out here when a judge tells you your license is suspended, the
Hmm.
first times that happens, it's a slap on the wrist, your license suspended, and you're not supposed to drive. If you get caught behind the wheel operating a motor vehicle on a suspended license, then it becomes personal between you and the judge. You've just disregarded a direct court order. You're going to go to jail. This young
He's
individual
been taken
probably
there. He's been
needs to,
taken there tonight.
yeah, he needs to spend time in custody
Okay.
before he
Mitch,
kills somebody.
yeah, absolutely. And this was a speeding violation, and I have no information about what the other tickets were. Folks that I know in law enforcement say oftentimes if you are pulled and you already have a suspended license, you're starting to pile up multiple tickets with every stop. So,
Hmm.
these things can kind of start to multiply pretty quickly as time wears on. But again, we don't know all the particulars. We just had the basic police report that said, 97 unpaid traffic tickets, or 97 unpaid tickets. Not sure if they're traffic tickets or, like you say, moving violations. Just it's
Well,
hard to know. But that's a lot of unpaid
yeah,
tickets.
yeah, but that might be a little bit different if they're parking tickets. I had a friend in college that had over 200 unpaid parking tickets around campus,
Really?
and oh yeah, and it was a big joke to him, but they made him come in and pay, work out an arrangement and then pay them off before they were going to allow him to graduate. So if they're moving violations, I think it should be looked at one way. If they're parking tickets, then obviously maybe look at it from a little different angle. What this show that you have behind the scenes, Amy? What exactly is
Yeah.
this? You do this before you go on?
This is Yeah, well, I start off a few minutes ahead of the show so I can pull some people in and talk to them because during the show, obviously, I'm very busy anchoring the news. But we will do this kind of thing during the commercial breaks, and it's a 10 o'clock newscast on the CW station here, and we just kind of stream behind the scenes to give people who are in that second screen viewing mode a chance to have a place to
Awesome.
interact and to remind folks on Facebook and Twitter we're here and we exist and come on over and watch the TV and if you have the two screens, then watch both. And some people, I found it's interesting as we do this that there are a number of people who want to watch the news, but they maybe only have one or two televisions in their whole home, and other people have claimed them. And and they can't get to the news, so they wind up going online to watch it, which is kind of neat, you know. But I mean,
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
economy, a lot of people have shut off various services and pared down
that's true.
the multiple television scenes they used to have, and plus people are buying those more expensive TVs and they may only be able to afford one. So we wind up with all kinds of folks, be it behind the scenes live viewers or people who are watching just the show and having that second screen experience. But
Love
it's
it,
nice to
love
meet
it.
you. I know I loved seeing you with Gary V, who's a great social media guy for all those who don't know him. He's amazing. He's at Gary V on Twitter, and he's worth following if you're interested in the social media world and how it plays into your business or company. It's cool to see
Absolutely.
what you're doing, interacting in the legal world. How do you like
You
it?
know, it's just well, I'm using social media in a similar fashion to you. I'm using it as an additional welcome mat, an additional way to reach out, communicate with other people that may not normally contact or be able to communicate with a lawyer. It allows me to be a lot more personal with somebody. And when I was growing up, I was intimidated to call my father's lawyer about something. I remember how nervous I was, and I've forgotten what that's like. And with social media, it allows you to kind of knock down those boundaries and throw out another welcome mat. And if somebody has a question, it's a lot easier, to reach out and talk to you or to talk to me. So we're
Well, and
using it in very
the
similar
biggest
fashions.
intimidating factor for you guys is the price tag. It's like
Well,
scary to call a
I'll
lawyer
tell
because
you
it
what,
costs,
this one's
so
on
to
me,
get that
okay?
chance to get a basic question. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. But it is nice to have that opportunity to maybe get that quick legal question answered that may tell you, yeah, I have a case. No, I don't have a, you know what I mean? Like sort of just get a sense for what your options are and how to
Absolutely,
pursue
absolutely.
whatever it is you might be facing.
Absolutely.
So
And when you look at
hats off to
Gary
you.
Vaynerchuk's approach, when you look at the thank you economy, it's all about
Yeah.
that's not very important on my list. It's all about reaching out and touching people.
Yep, and connecting and giving back and giving people again a little piece of what they need. It's really important to have that access, like you say. I mean, the intimidation factor, the financial barrier that there can be to getting good legal advice. It's that's neat that you're doing that. Very very much a give back. So we're gonna keep
It's
pulling
it's
on you
ex-
for
it's
expert
exciting.
advice, Mitch. I'm gonna be like,
Hey,
hey, we got a big legal issue. Come visit us.
one of the fun things to do after 27 years of trying cases is I enjoy offering commentary on most of the major on and offline publications. I enjoy doing that when I have the chance. The problem is I'm in court all the time. When I'm
Sure,
trying cases, that's where my focus needs to be. I'm not a
absolutely.
paid correspondent or consultant, but anytime I'm open, Amy, if you want my 2 cents worth, I will always be here for you. And I'm looking forward to help share this broadcast with my followers on your behalf. I think this is really cool. And,
Thanks.
it's the start of a new relationship. How's that sound?
Awesome. We love those. Thank you,
Are these
Mitch.
your
And
regulars down here?
yeah,
The-
we've got oh, I thought that was another guy. This is Shy Dude 29. He's apparently shy. You not coming on camera, Shy Dude? And then we've got Julie, who's a regular. She comes all the time and
Okay.
guest, and I'm sure some other folks will show up here as we progress along. But usually right around 10 o'clock, people start to come in, unless we hit a night where there's some amazing primetime show on. And then I'm
Gotcha.
out of luck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I
Regular.
don't want to take up the screen. I just was curious to see what this was about. So I'm home and I'm relaxing, and I thought I'd click in and see what it's all about.
And I'll show you really quick our weathercaster over here, our meteorologist, chief meteorologist, Christy Henderson's way over there. Then we've got our cameras that are getting ready for the show. These are the ones I read my little lovely teleprompter off of. And we're starting off with a police officer who was memorialized on a bridge, with a bridge named after him after he fell in the line of duty, and it was vandalized last night, which is really awful. So
Oh,
we're gonna have
geez,
that
that's
story at the top of the show. But
ridiculous.
anyway, yeah, it's really infuriating. And we actually talked to it was a young girl, a teenager at the time, who pushed for it to happen. And so we're talking to her about how upset she is to see this. She's now headed toward like 17, 18 years old, and she's commenting on it. But anyway, we'll see you guys on TV
Very
here in
cool.
just a second. And Mitch, I appreciate seeing you tonight. Thanks so much for
Okay.
dropping by.
All right. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.